Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, founder of Function Pilates located here in Tempe, Arizona. And today I'm back with another reformer workout. These are all my favorite go-to exercises. So when it's just I'm short on time, I just want to go in and get my workout in. These are my go-to exercises. So I hope you enjoy it. I am working on a balanced body piece of equipment. So for those that are working on a different model at home, I will make those recommended spring settings for you. For those that are new, welcome. I have over 50 workouts here on the channel. You can find those in the playlist section. Tons of reformer workouts and some other chair workouts and tower workouts as well. For those that are interested in becoming a Pilates instructor or just enhancing your Pilates knowledge, Function Pilates does have its own teacher training program, and we have launched one this past spring. We have another one launching this fall. It's getting big. It's amazing. So if you are interested in learning more about that, the details are below. You can click that link and email for more information. For those that are instructors or you are thinking about becoming an instructor and know that you want to have your own Pilates studio, Function Pilates in its groundbreaking stages right now. We are registered in over 30 states nationwide. I would love to talk more about how you can get started with owning your own Function Pilates. And also, if you haven't noticed, I just received the first Function Pilates Cali crop top. So this is in black and white. If you would love to have your own Function Pilates shirt, go ahead and message me for more details. And for those that are just ready to get started, let's go ahead and begin.
Let's go ahead and begin by setting up our footwork springs. So finding that medium to heavy weight, I have 3.5 springs, which is 2 reds, a green, and a yellow on a balanced body. Go ahead and lie on your back. Take a moment to settle in. Maybe windshield wipe those legs back and forth. Grab a hold of those pegs to stretch the shoulders and the chest out. And then finding a nice, comfortable, neutral pelvis position, let's align our heels on the foot bar in a parallel fist distance apart position. Go ahead and press it out. And as you press out, take a moment there to double check your form and if you're centered. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and begin by inhaling to pull in and exhaling to press out. All at the same time, our toes and our knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. Our shoulders are nice and relaxed, and our jaw is in a soft position. Beautiful. Anywhere from 8 to 12 repetitions is comfortable. Exhale to press, inhale to return home. Let's go ahead and take that parallel position down to the toes. Heels are at a midway position and pressing ourselves out again. So finding a nice weight distribution through the ball of your feet, allowing all of your toes to have the opportunity to benefit from this. So we're exercising through all of those toes. We're staying strong through our core, stabilizing through the hips. Perfect. Bring it in, heels together, toes apart for that first position. Knees are tracking nicely with the shoulders as you bend those knees in. As you straighten your legs, think of tweezing those inner thighs to really allow those inner thighs to work harder and using your breath to lift from your pelvic floor, scooping your abdominals down and in, and just really feeling everything working as we create this internal heat in our body. Let's bring those heels up to the bar in a wider position, slightly turned out, knees still in line with those shoulders. Beautiful. Focus on keeping a minimal movement at the ankle. This way that we are strongly benefiting from strengthening our ankles and our calf muscles. Excellent. Pressing out. A nice slow and controlled movement to pull in. So we're working the muscles just as hard as we press out and as we return home. Nice. Stay wide. Let's drop it to your toes. Allow those heels to lift up slightly. Exhale, take it away. So every single time we're going through our breath cycle, we're taking inventory of our body. How does it feel from the toes working its way up to the knees, our hips, our shoulders, and our neck. So it's just going through this cycle of rechecking our breath and our form. Beautiful job. Let's bring it back in. Toes are still on. We're going to go into some calf raises, dropping both heels under, lifting them up. So you're about fist distance apart, or you're an item here with those toes. Beautiful. The emphasis is on the up. So super controlled as you lower down. Think of the work as you're lifting those heels. You got it. So anywhere from 10 to 20 repetitions. And then we're going to take it into our prances here. So dropping one heel, come to straight legs, drop the other heel, come to straight legs. So if you're one who wants to really focus on strengthening your ankles and your calves, this is what we would like to do, is our prances here. Beautiful. Excellent. Palms are nice and relaxed. Take a stretch there. Both heels under, really pushing away, and return home. Carefully come off to the side. We're going to sit ourselves up and adjust our springs for our single leg footwork. So I like 2.5 springs, which is 2 reds and a blue. So find that medium weight, not super heavy, but a comfortable weight to do single leg work here. Placing both heels on the foot bar, find your position, and then take one leg into tabletop. Again, this is a very energized leg, so you want to stay very active in that tabletop. Point out through those toes. Focus on contracting through your thigh. And then as you press with your left heel, you can really feel the muscles work from the front to the back of the thigh here. Beautiful. Again, soften through those shoulders. Feel those abdominals working nice and hard. Come in for halfway for tiny pulses, really isolating, feeling it right above the knee. Smaller movement, the better. About 10 repetitions. Press it out. Let's return back home. All right, setting yourself up for the other side. Left leg is energized. It's a very active tabletop. Press through that right heel. Again, taking everything into consideration that we're minimizing the movement of the ankle, so the toes are looking up on that right side. You're contracting through that left thigh. You're contracting through the right thigh, identifying the quads and the hamstrings here. Beautiful job. After about 10 repetitions, we'll come in again to have those halfway pulses. Little movement, the better. You know that happy spot there. You're going to feel that burn right above the knee. This is great for knee strengthening. Good. Back in, we're going to go ahead and adjust down to our toes. So finding your left toes on that foot bar, extend that right leg out, and keep it nice and long. If this is too intermediate, a little bit too challenging for your core, or if you find your low back arching, bring it back into that tabletop position. But if you feel like you're ready for that next challenge, think of that leg going nice and long at that 45-degree angle. Beautiful job. Again, as we're doing unilateral work, it's important to identify that we have equal balance through our hips here. Find those pulses again for 10 repetitions. And on that last one, stretch it out to a straight leg, and then return yourself back in, and we'll take it to the other side. All right, sitting ourselves up, left leg is out long, right toes are on, and we begin. Beautiful. Again, taking that inventory. How is our jaw feeling? How are our shoulders? Are our palms relaxed? Are we feeling our muscles, our abdominal muscles working? Are you feeling the lateral movement in your rib cage? So as you're exhaling out, you can feel your ribs expand. And inhale to pull back in. Beautiful job. Keeping that nice pressure on the ball of the foot. Find those pulses, finishing off 10 of those here. You have it. And on that last one, again, stretch it out nice and long and return home. Okay. So from here, we're going to carefully sit ourselves back up again, adjusting those springs down to 1 red and 1 yellow spring. So that's 1 1/4. Again, it's a very comfortable weight. It's not super heavy because I want to focus more on my core, not so much on the upper body. So grab a hold of your handles, find those wrists above your shoulders, take an exhale, and we're going to press those arms straight down. Beautiful. Again, a nice active tabletop, so holding those knees together. If you feel like your back is arching, bring those knees in a little closer towards your chest and raise your heels up a little higher. Think of your chest staying nice and wide as you press equally into your handles. Open out for a T. So about 5 repetitions as you press down, and then we're opening for a T for another 5 here. Now, our muscle focus is our lats, so think of the muscle below your armpit. So think of this not as an arm exercise, but as a back exercise. Beautiful. Bring those arms straight up, open out to a T, pull it back in. So we're making very mechanical circles here. helping to strengthen out our shoulder joint here. You got it. Again, challenge yourself to maintain a neutral spine, which is all the natural curves of your spine, and a neutral pelvis. Once you hit 5 one way, let's reverse it the other way. So having those moments of stopping the carriage and lifting those arms up. So any type of jerky movements, you know that you're going a little too fast. So we want to take it down a notch and keep it more controlled. Let's go into our tricep presses. So elbows are next to the ribs. I like to hover my elbows off that carriage and then straighten out those arms. It's important to realize that you're going to have a neutral wrist here. So again, making sure that you're not breaking through the wrist and that you're working the muscle below your arm. Beautiful. Staying strong, bring those arms back up again. Take a moment of rest. Find those feet on the foot bar. Windshield wipe the legs if you need to. And then when you're ready, arms are back up into position. We're going to bring one leg at a time back into the tabletop position. And then from here, we're going to exhale, curl ourselves up, find our hundreds. So you're inhaling for 5 counts. You're exhaling out for 5 counts. You can hold tabletop here the entire time, or when you feel like you're ready, you can extend your legs out to 45 degrees. So find that happy spot for you. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Finding your rhythm. You can hang on there. And if today you can't get to hundreds, maybe you're going to 50s, and that's totally fine because you can track your progress. Good. Arms are long. Bend those legs to tabletop and return home. Beautiful job. Finish it off with one more ab exercise here. Arms are back up to that zombie position. Legs are coming back into tabletop. We're going to exhale to curl up, extend the legs, open, close, bend, lower back down. Again, we're going to lift, extend the legs, open, close, bend, and lower down. This is coordination. So extending those legs, open, close, bend, and lower down. Think of the outer part of your hips working when you open your legs out and the inner part of your thighs working as you close them back together. So that's a concept to really focus on and to create muscle awareness here. Beautiful. Lower back down, hang those straps up, and we're going to come back up into sitting. We're going to move along into some hip work. So we're going to go into a sideline series of glutes. So if you're not with your straps, let's go ahead and change those out. And then I'm going to take it on to just one red spring, which is one medium. If that's too heavy for you, take it down one more lighter. So that could be a blue spring or a half spring. And then on your side, keep that headrest up nice and high, or find what feels comfortable to you. Maybe you have a pillow there. And we're going to stack our hips, placing the loop in one of our arches of our feet. And to challenge this even further, I'm going to keep my bottom leg under that foot bar to create balance and a lot of oblique association here. So leg is straight up, you're exhaling to pull straight down. You're going to feel that nice stretch as you reach the ceiling. You're going to feel the glute work as you pull down to meet the bottom leg. Exhale it here. Good. Nice and strong. Nice and careful to lift back up again. Shoulders are relaxed and stacked. We're going to take it to the second variation by bringing that leg forward. Exhale, squeeze and pull back. So if this is too difficult with that bottom leg extended, you can always bend that knee on the carriage and let it just go for the ride here. Perfect. You're using your top hand for balance, and try not to overly grip with the peg if you're holding on to that. Excellent. Nice and slow and controlled. Let's bring it in for our half frog, our half karate chop here. So you're bending that knee towards your shoulder, and it's almost as if you're going to press a heavy box through your heel. So really feel that slow motion as you straighten out the leg at an angle here. Now remember, it's really easy to let that hip rock back. So if this is feeling easy to you, bring that hip forward to be more stacked and see if that makes a difference. Let's bring it in. Strap is over the knee. They're parallel here. The carriage isn't moving for our fire hydrant. So now we're going to get deeper into the gluteal muscles. So you're floating that top leg up, floating it down back to parallel. It never touches the bottom leg. If you're moving the carriage, you're going too fast, and we need to isolate the area a little bit more. Perfect. Keep breathing, and then let's return and come back out. Good. So hang that up carefully. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves over to the other side. So find that strap around the arch of your foot. Again, find what feels good for you, whether it's to have that bottom leg bent or extend it out all the way. We're going to start with that top leg straight to the ceiling. After you find yourself stacked in a good position here. And then on the exhale, you're going to press it straight down. Beautiful. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, feel the control. So you're in control of the straps. Don't let the straps control you. Your abs are pulling in deep in towards your spine. You're breathing in through your nose. You're exhaling out through your mouth. Beautiful work. And sometimes because we're doing a different side, we may need to adjust those springs depending on any type of injuries or conditions that you have. So adjust to your body. Second variation, bringing that leg forward and taking it back. Good. So again, it's a lot of balancing here. Try to keep your top leg in line with your hip. So if you're glancing at your ankle's in line with your knee, and knee to the hip. Perfect. Bending that. Taking it all the way back and inhale it forward. We'll bend it into that karate chop. So super slow, pulling that knee in towards the shoulder. Exhale, extend. Exhale, extend. You got it. Super strong through that glute. Think of contracting the butt cheek. So even squeezing the butt cheek to help you stabilize through the hips. You got it. Keeping that foot flexed. We're going to bend that bottom leg in. We're going to take that strap above the knee right into our fire hydrant. So remember, we're in a parallel position. Knees never touch. Carriage never moves. You got it. Nice and slow. We lift and we lower. Try to relax your jaw. Sometimes we get carried away as we clench too much. Open and close. Open and close. And then return back in, taking that strap off carefully. And we will go ahead and come back to our backs for our short spine. So both feet are going to go in the straps here, and I am on a light spring. So with short spine, if you'd like to add on an extra spring here, feel free. But again, making sure your headrest is completely down flat. Arms are going to be down by your side, and we're going to start in our frog position where heels are together, toes apart. Exhale to press out to straight legs. Inhale to slowly bring that carriage in. Try to find the stopper, and then exhale, peel up. Feel that stretch. Bend those knees. Lower yourself down. So you're articulating your spine one vertebra at a time. Tailbone hits. We repeat. Good. So try not to use momentum. And of course, with this lighter weight, you may feel like you want to, but we want to really feel the stretch in our back and our spine, and we want to feel the work, the strengthening in our core. Beautiful job. Exhale, press it out. Anywhere from 3 to 5, because these are really lovely when you hit the right spot. Press those arms down. Use your triceps. Shoulders are locked into position. Scoop that belly, roll it down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Tailbone comes down and rest. Nice. Get a nice little stretch there. You can pull on those straps. Take a straddle if you'd like. And then when you're ready, we can remove those straps out carefully, finding your foot bar, hang those up, and we'll come all the way up to a kneeling position. So if you have knee issues, go ahead and grab a pillow here. We're gonna go into a kneeling lunge. So again, I'm still on that one red spring, which is a one medium spring. Feet are supported by the shoulder blocks. Let's bring that right foot on top of the foot bar and lift your chest up slightly, pressing your hips forward. You should feel a hip flexor stretch on your left hip. Now, if this is too intense, take your right foot down to the ledge and take your kneeling lunge that way. When you're ready for the hamstring stretch, press out to a straight leg. Shoulders down. Keep breathing. Try to square out your hips. Let's return home. Let's do that one more time. So chest is lifted. Don't look down. Keep your chest up. Shoulders back. Slightly push your hips forward. And then when you're ready, take that hamstring stretch and press out to a straight leg. This is a good idea to square out your hips to intensify the stretch if you're not really feeling the hamstring stretching at all. Bring it in, and we're going to do the other side. So left foot goes on top of that foot bar. Shoulders back, chest is lifted. Nice. And again, this may feel different than the other side did. We're pressing out to a straight leg. Shoulders are down, breathing into it. Returning back in. One more time here. Stay tall. Press it out into your version of the splits. And return all the way back in. Beautiful job. All right, we're going right into some full body integration exercises. So up stretch one, heels are 3/4 of the way on top of the shoulder blocks. Finding that upside down V, you're just gonna push out slightly. So the inhale is when you press out, the exhale is when you pull in. And when you exhale, I want you to think tailbone lifting up to the ceiling, belly button lifting up to the spine. Yes, because that's the work. That's what's the mover here. Let's come down to up stretch two, into plank, back to your first position. Into a plank, send those hips back to first position. So careful not to go so fast where you're crashing into that stopper. We want to, again, think about the control here. Beautiful. We're going to add on. So you're going to come down to plank. And then what we're going to do is up stretch three. So in a plank position, you're going to press away from that foot bar as far as you can. Now take an inhale to pull forward. Come all the way back up to that up stretch one. Down to a plank. Press your chest away from the foot bar. Then really drag your body forward. Push your hips back into up stretch one. Beautiful job. So this is giving you that extra challenge. Try not to collapse in your shoulder blades, so press those palms into that foot bar. Fingertips are reaching. We're not gripping. Beautiful. Down to a plank. Stay long. No low back discomfort here, so lift those hips up if you're feeling it in your back, and back to first position. Plank, last one. Drag yourself forward. Feel that breath. Feel those abs. And let's go ahead and relax it. Nice work. So coming down carefully, we're going to go into some arms. Again, I haven't adjusted anything yet, so if you had to adjust accordingly, I would come back down to just that one red spring for our chest expansion. Let's sit tall here. If it's hard for you to sit tall, let's soften your knees a little bit because I'm more concerned about your spine being in a straight position than having straight legs. You're exhaling to press those arms behind your hips. So feel that chest expand. Feel the work in your back here. We're strengthening those postural muscles, which can feel uncomfortable. From here, we're going to go ahead into a rowing position. So pull those fists, the knuckles should be looking at one another. We're going to drop the chin, scoop that belly, roll ourselves back, open to a T. Now flip those palms behind you as you bring your nose to your knees, squeeze your arms behind your back, circle your arms around in front of you, and let's repeat. Inhale to pull the arms into the chest. Exhale to scoop the abdominals, lower back. Inhale, we open out to a T, palms are looking behind us. Squeeze to take the exhale, arms are behind us, circle them around to come in front. And again, inhale to pull into the chest. Exhale, scoop that belly down. Open wide to a T for the inhale. Nose dive down to the knees. Arms are behind you. We circle them around and restack our spine. Beautiful. From this position, take our loops above our elbows here. Palms are looking at ourselves. And we're going to open out carefully. So notice that you're not going to go behind your shoulders, but you're keeping your elbows in your peripheral vision, and your shoulders are your elbows are just slightly below your shoulders here. Beautiful. Now, when you initiate this movement, I want you to think of the back of your shoulder doing the work. Yes, strong shoulders, healthy shoulders are in a nice supported way to avoid having rounded shoulders here. It's going to help keep us strong through our back. Finding our side position so you can zigzag those legs. We're going to go ahead and take our left hand into that loop, open it wide out to a T for your sword. So as you're doing this, things to focus on is that you're not rotating your shoulders, your upper body, but everything is staying squared. So if you have to reduce the tension here, feel free to do that. Beautiful. So we're targeting the rotator cuff, which again, 90% of the shoulder is made of muscle, so it's important to allow these exercises to come in. Let's add our rotations. So interlace those fingers around the strap to rotate to the left. This is oblique work. So you're not just pulling with your arms, you're using your abs to actually manipulate the rotation here. Beautiful. And set that down. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side. So we're going to flip around, zigzag those legs. If that feels good for you, you could always use a sitting box here too. Taking that loop in your right hand, nice deep breath, exhale, open out wide to a diagonal. Looking straight ahead. Keep your neck nice and long. Good. Super controlled to open it up. Use that exhalation to open out wide. Inhale to bend the arm back in. Interlacing those fingers, shoulders down, take a breath. Exhale, we rotate. Exhale, rotate to the right. Good job. Perfect. Nice and slow. Your head moves with it. About 5 repetitions here. And then we're going to go ahead and hang that back up. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and take it into a little bit of a challenging full body exercise. So again, you can modify for you if you want to come down to your forearms or if you want to have your feet on the ledge. But from this position, hands to the shoulder blocks, 1 foot at a time to that foot bar for front support. So you're already holding plank. You can hold this position or you can move forward and press that carriage away from you. So again, lots of abs, lots of core, lots of back muscles are working here. Beautiful job. Press it forward, pull it back. Exhale forward, inhale it down. Lovely. Bend one knee down at a time and come all the way back in. Good. So from here, we're going to take our headrest back up to that halfway position. We're going to make some changes here. And we're going to add in that jump board. So if you have your jump board handy, feel free to place that in to the into the compartment. If you don't have a jump board, you can still do this, and we're just going to use the foot bar, so that's completely fine. And adjust your springs accordingly. So I'm still with the one red spring, which is a medium spring. So I may not feel as much through my legs, but my goal is to feel this through the core. Now, if you have a tendency to arch your back in jump board or just in general when you're doing ab work, I would place a pillow or a towel underneath your low back. You could also place your hands underneath your low back, under your tailbone to support you. So feet are on the jump board. We're in a parallel position. Once you're ready, go ahead and give that a go. So exhale to press out. Think of your legs at a 45-degree angle. So remember, the lower the legs go, the more challenging this exercise will be. But think of rolling off through your toes to your ankle. Again, very energized, active legs here. So try not to bend your knees. Again, this is abdominal work, even though you're going to feel your legs working. But I want you to get into the focus of having your abs do the work and your legs doing less of the work. Good. So if you haven't already changed, heels together, toes apart, 10 repetitions in parallel, 10 repetitions, heels together, toes apart, 10 repetitions in a wider position. Beautiful. So we're just, again, getting that heart rate up, getting some leg and ab work here, rolling off the ankle. Good. And we're not taking any breaks. So from here, we're going to go ahead and take it into a little bit more single leg. So I'm going to change this up, interlace my hands behind the head, curl up so I can see what's going on. Left leg's in tabletop. We're jumping out with that right leg. 10 here. Good. Staying strong. You can always rest your head down. You don't have to add flexion. And once you've done 10, switch it. Right leg to tabletop. Left leg is jumping. Perfect. Beautiful job. After that last 10, we're going to alternate legs here. So we'll go we're going to transition into that pretty quickly. Switch and switch and switch. Beautiful work. And just finding that rhythm, finding that coordination. You got it. And switch. Bring it all the way back in. Just take a moment to windshield wipe those legs again. Beautiful work. And then we can go ahead and sit ourselves up. We're going to grab a hold of our box here and set ourselves up for some back extension. So long box up against the shoulder blocks. And again, I still haven't changed the spring, so I'm still in the same spring. But if you need to change that out, again, finding that medium weight, one red spring. Long with the arms and legs. Inhale to lift that chest up. Really focusing on expanding the chest as you lift into extension. Legs are separated. You're going to squeeze with your glutes as you lift your chest up. Bend your elbows in, push out, lift the chest, dropping the chest, bend the elbows in. Elbows are reaching to opposite sides of the room. We lift and lower. Bringing it in. Press. And this should feel really nice. Maybe you can't come up as high. Maybe you can come up a little higher. So do what feels right for your body, but really focus on the shoulders dropping away from the ears to create that space. And return back in. Good. All right, guys. Nice work today. We're going to finish it with a couple roll downs. Hip distance apart with the feet. Let's go ahead and swing those arms up. We're going to dive ourselves down, reach to a comfortable position. Restack the spine up, one vertebra at a time, shoulder roll it back. One more time, we lift and we lower. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, hit a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. See you next time.